In this video we will finally get to catch Shadow Raikou. Of course, before we do so we have to get rid of his lantern. So right now I'm gonna heal my Pokemon, especially my Altaria since it knows Sing, so I'm gonna use it to put Raikou to sleep. And Raikou used Thunder. Did a good amount of damage. I think one more attack from Umbreon should take down the lantern. And rain continues to fall. Let's see. I'm gonna have to keep healing my Altaria because I'm gonna need it. See, Umbreon, Feint Attack on Lantern. And Raikou used Thunder again. But this time it didn't do as much damage as it did before. Well, Altaria is paralyzed. So it should take down Lantern. Yep. Lantern fainted. So now that just leaves us with Raikou. So my strategy now is going to be with my Altaria, I'm gonna use Sing. And I'm gonna put it to sleep. But the thing that sucks about Sing though is it misses. So it might not work on this turn. And I'm gonna continue weakening Raikou using Feint Attack. And use Thunder again. I'm still confused. Now Feint Attack doesn't do that much damage. So if you want to weaken Raikou, I recommend that you use the attack or that move. I'm gonna heal my Altaria because I'm gonna need it. And with Umbreon, I'm just gonna switch to Jumpluff. Because Jumpluff also no sleep powder, so if Raikou wakes up I could just use that instead of just using Altaria Sing. Of course, besides sleep powder, Jumpluff also has Cotton Spore, which decreases Raikou's speed. So as you're decreasing its speed, it should increase your chances of catching Raikou. Of course, with my Altaria now I'm going to use Dragon Breath, and it shouldn't do more damage than Feint Attack did. It should deal as much damage as Feint Attack did when I was using it with Umbreon. And he used Thunder again. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put him to sleep. That should be your priority here, since remember Raikou could use Shadow Rush, and if you weaken them, if his HP is very low and he uses it, he could feint himself. So that's one I'm gonna have to. In this turn I'm gonna use Sting and Sleep Powder. I'm gonna have to heal Jumpluff first. And Raikou used Thunder again. This time he missed. Taurus is paralyzed. Okay, I'm gonna use Sing and Sleep Powder. So if Altaria misses, Jumpluff could use Sleep Powder. And yep, Raikou is back to sleep now. Altaria using, of course, Altaria's move is not gonna work because Raikou is already asleep. I'm gonna continue using Cotton Spore, and with Altaria I'll probably use Dragon Breath. So now that Raikou is weak enough, I'm gonna see if I could catch it. So right now I'm gonna bring out Ultra Ball and see if I could catch him this turn. Let's see. 1, 2. Nope. It broke free of the ball. I mean, I don't want to weaken him too much, because if I do and it wakes up, it could, like I mentioned before, it could use Shadow Rush and it could feint itself. So I'm gonna try another Ultra Ball here. Hopefully it'll work this time. 1, 2, 3. And yep, I caught Raikou. And we finally defeated Cypher Admin Ein. One of the 4 admins, Cyphers. First one was Mirror B, then Lady Venus. No, the Kim, Lady Venus, and Ein. There were 4. And of course this is the last legendary beast you could catch in this game. I mean, out of the 3. We already got Suicune, Entei, and now we have Raikou. And the data ROM you got from this desk, you actually have to give it to, I forgot his name, but you have to go to Pyrate Underground and give it to that kid that you helped out, that you gave the part to, the one that was a hacker that was trying to hack Team Snagging systems. So I missed an item now, so I'm gonna go and get it. So if you guys follow this video, you'll know how to get there. And I believe it was 2 full heals that I missed. No, 1 full restore. So here I'm just gonna skip. So right now we're back in the lab, and if you go through this elevator, it will take you close to the entrance. And if you guys remember, there were these 2 doors we couldn't go into. Well, yeah, that was for the exit from the lab where I was. And the main elevator should be over there. Yep. And this should take us to the first floor. Okay, then now in here there really isn't much to do. So after you defeated Ein, well, you could save if you go inside. And we just got an email. Yeah, I think it was from that kid I was talking about. Yep, Nat, that was his name. So now that you have the ROM, you actually have to go and visit him. You have to give him the ROM. And remember, you could go in that building if you want to save your game, or you want to switch Pokemon. So right now I'm going to Pirate Town, or the underground part, and I'm going to visit Nat. It's just gonna take some time. But before I go and visit Nat, I'm just gonna save real quick. And well, I have to heal, because I haven't really healed my Pokemon since I battled Ein. And I'm gonna save real quick. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to see Nat. I'm gonna give him the ROM. Remember, it's this house that's close to this satellite. You should notice it. Oh yeah, before I forget, if you guys notice, there is a machine there, and if you press A, you guys remember 2 videos back we got a disc after defeating Lady Venus, and that was the U disc. U disc is short for up disc. So if you use it and you go to the elevator will go up. And if you notice, there's a windmill here, and there's an item inside this windmill, and it's a time flute. For those of you guys who don't know what a time flute does, if you know the game, to purify a Pokemon you have to use it in battle, or you have to have it in your party. But with a time flute, you could purify it just by using the item. So it's a very useful item. So right now I'm going to Net's house, and it's this house over here that's in front of the satellite. So you just want to go into this room and talk to Nat and hand him the ROM, the data ROM that we got from the Shadow Pokemon Lab. Now I don't remember what this data ROM has, but I'm pretty sure it has information about one of the legendary Pokemon. I think it might be I'm not sure if it was Lugia or Ho. But I know there's another Shadow legendary Pokemon in this game. So I'm just gonna leave this place, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to the Colosseum, but not the Colosseum here, but the Colosseum in Pirate Town. And the reason I'm going here is just so I could show you guys what Pokemon you're going to encounter in the Colosseum. Now the Pokemon in this Colosseum, they're level 50. I think 50, between 52 to 55. And by now your level should be, a Pokemon should be in par with the trainers in this Colosseum with their Pokemon. So if you notice, I just switched my Jumpluff for Raikou, and Raikou is a Shadow Pokemon here. And in Pirate Town, you could actually use Shadow Pokemon in battle. So this is Pirate Colosseum Battle 1. And I'm going to be battling this trainer here, SL. So let's see what Pokemon he has. So he's going to bring out his Tyranitar and Leon, and I'm going to bring out my Espeon and Quagsire. So obviously my opponent has two normal Pokemon, and I have a Psychic and Ground and Water. So the first battle should be easy, and I just noticed that his Pokemon are level 50 and 51. So I guess the levels in this Colosseum should be between level 50 and 55. Not 52 and 55. So right now Quagsire is going to use Earthquake. So it should do damage to my Espeon and my opponent's two other Pokemon. And Tyranitar is down. And guess it didn't take down Leon. With Espeon, I'm just gonna continue using Psybeam and Mudshot with Quagsire, and Espeon is down. But yeah, well, it doesn't matter if your Pokemon faints here, because every time you enter a new battle, all your Pokemon are at full HP. So I'm gonna bring out my Raikou now, since this is a Shadow Pokemon, and battling the Pokemon here will give my Raikou a lot of experience points. And Leon speed fell. Shadow Rush. So if your Pokemon is in Hyper Mode, what you could do is you could use Call. It's an option that's in the menu. And what it will do, it'll call the Pokemon, and the Pokemon will come back to its senses, as well as it will decrease the purple bar that you see under his HP. So yeah, and finally we defeated Roller Boy SL. So the next battle is gonna be against, I know it's a female trainer, and she has two psychic Pokemon, a Delicati and a Jigglypuff. So you have a dark Pokemon and you could always switch. Unfortunately, this video is almost over, so in my next video I will finish the Colosseum in Pirate Town, and then I will move on to the Colosseum in Phoenix City. So stay tuned for part 15.